देखिए हमें क्या करना है, सब कॉम्बिनेशन सम 2 ये वाला हमारा प्रॉब्लम है। यहाँ पे हमें एक जो पर्टिकुलर सम है उसके जितने भी सबसेट्स हो सकते हैं वो हमें निकाल के देने हैं, लेकिन द कैच इज डुप्लीकेट आप अलाउ नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है। इसका मतलब ये अलाउ नहीं होगा। ये जो हमारा और ये जो हमारा एरे है आंसर, इस एरे का नाम आंसर है। इसमें सारे वो एरे स्टोर रहेंगे, या ये एक जो वेक्टर है इसमें वो सारे वेक्टर स्टोर रहेंगे जो जिनका सम अप करके मुझे ये वाला वैल्यू आता है। तो इसमें हम लोग डुप्लीकेट चीज़ नहीं ले सकते। इसका मतलब हम ऐसा नहीं ले सकते कि वेक्टर में ऐसा है, ये नहीं चलेगा। क्यों? क्योंकि इसमें डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट्स हैं, ठीक है। तो क्या करेंगे भैया, क्या ये चल सकता है? बिल्कुल ये चलेगा। क्या ये चल सकता है? जी भैया ये भी चलेगा। क्या इसके अलावा और कुछ चल सकता है? जी भैया वो भी हो सकता है। कैसे? 2 3 1 आप कर लो, ये भी हो जाएगा भैया, है ना। सो ये सारी चीज़ें हैं, ओके। सो इस तरह से आपके जितने भी सबसेट्स बन सकते हैं वो आपको बनाने हैं, तो डुप्लीकेट चलेगा नहीं, ओके। सो चलिए देखिए, अगर हमारा सम ज़ीरो है, अगर हमारा सम ज़ीरो है तो सीधा सीधा हमें क्या करना है। देखिए सबसे पहले हमें ये देखना है, एक फंक्शन लेना है, इंडेक्स लेना है, सम लेना है, एक वेक्टर लेना है जिसके अंदर हम एलिमेंट्स को स्टोर करते हैं, फिर एक दूसरा वेक्टर लेना है जो कि टेम्पोररी वेक्टर है जो सम सबसेट को स्टोर करता है, और एक वेक्टर ऑफ वेक्टर लेना है जिसके अंदर हम लोग क्या स्टोर कर लेते हैं, जिसके अंदर हम लोग सारे सबसेट्स को स्टोर कर लेते हैं, ठीक है। तो सबसे पहले क्या है, अगर हमारा इंडेक्स इक्वल्स टू एरे डॉट साइज है, इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ, अगर हमारा जो इंडेक्स है वो एकदम एंड में पहुंच चुका है तो फिर हमें क्या चेक करना है, अगर हमारा सम जो है वो ज़ीरो है। अगर हमारा सम ज़ीरो है तो इसका अर्थ क्या हुआ, चलिए देख लेते हैं। अगर हमारा सम ज़ीरो है तो इसका अर्थ क्या है, देखिए ध्यान से देखना। अगर हमारा सम ज़ीरो है तो इसका मतलब मेरे यहाँ पे कोई भी एलिमेंट नहीं है, तो मुझे इसको सीधा सीधा यहाँ पे पुश कर देना है कुछ इस तरह से। बिल्कुल, बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया। आगे का देख लेते हैं। तो अगर सम ज़ीरो है तो मुझे सीधा सीधा क्या करना है, इस डेटा स्ट्रक्चर नाम के वेक्टर से एलिमेंट को यहाँ पुश कर देना है। तो हम ऐसा कर देंगे, अगर सम ज़ीरो है तो हम ऐसा लिख देंगे, ये एज केस है, ds डॉट पुश बैक, नहीं सॉरी आंसर नाम के वेक्टर में लाना है ना, तो मुझे आंसर में पुश करना होगा। सो यहाँ पे हम लिखेंगे ans डॉट पुश बैक, ठीक है, ans डॉट पुश बैक, ठीक है, बस ये लिखना है। और क्या, किसको पुश करना है, किसको पुश करना है, इसके अंदर जो भी चीज़ें हैं, इस डेटा स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर जो भी चीज़ें हैं इनको पुश कर देना है, ठीक है। तो वही करेंगे, ds डॉट पुश बैक यानी एरे ऑफ इंडेक्स, एरे ऑफ इंडेक्स को हमें क्या कर देना होगा, पुश बैक, राइट। बहुत सही। अब मुझे क्या करना है, फाइंड कॉम्बिनेशन। अब मुझे वापस से कॉम्बिनेशन फाइंड आउट करना है। सो फाइंड कॉम्बिनेशन, इस फंक्शन को वापस से, या फाइंड कॉम्बो लिख देंगे, नॉट कॉम्बिनेशन, फाइंड कॉम्बो। इसमें हमें क्या करना है, इस फंक्शन को वापस से कॉल करना है, लेकिन इस बार हम लोग डुप्लीकेट को नहीं ले रहे हैं, तो इसीलिए हम लोग को इंडेक्स को इंक्रीमेंट करना होगा, राइट, बिकॉज वी आर नॉट पिकिंग एनी डुप्लीकेट एलिमेंट। दैट्स वाई व्हाट वी हैव टू डू इज वी हैव टू increment our index, okay। But before that what I have to do is I have to run a loop that will, I have to run a loop from where to where, I have to run a loop from here till the end of the array, okay। So for that I will do something like this, okay, I will do something like this, which is for int I will take a variable I and I will assign the value of index to this I variable, and it will go on till it reaches the end of the array. So I less than array dot size, and I have to increment the array, okay, and I have to increment the value of I, okay. Now at every iteration what it will check, what it will check. So here comes the duplicate logic. Let me write over here, here is the duplicate checking logic, okay, let me write this for you. So here is the duplicate checking logic. It will check this thing, whether if the index of the element, if the value of I is greater than the index of the element, so it will check two things, okay. If the value of I is greater than the index, and it will also check the second thing, which is the array of the current element, if the current element is not equal to the previous element, okay, or if the current element, if array of I is equal to the previous element, that means what? It is a duplicate. That means what? It is a duplicate, right? If the current element is equal to the previous element, that means it is a duplicate. And if it is a duplicate, then we cannot pick that thing, right? We cannot pick that thing. So what we will do, we will just continue. Okay, so this is the duplicate logic. Now can there be another edge case? Yes, it can happen that I will select one element which is greater than the sum itself. So in that case, what I will do, then I will have to break the iteration, right? So if I do something like that, like array of I, the element that I have selected is greater than the sum itself, then what I have to do, I have no other option but to break the iteration, break out from the iteration. Okay, next I have to implement the picking logic, right? I have to implement the picking logic. So what is my picking logic? Can anyone tell me? Yes, obviously, why not? So our picking logic is, here we are avoiding all the duplicate elements, so that means we cannot select the element from the same index again and again. So I first of all I will be calling the recursion, which is find combination or find combo, whatever it is. Let me check the function. What is it? It is find combo. Okay, find combo. Then first of all I have to write the index. So what is our index? Can anyone tell me? So I have to check the next index, right? We have to increment the index, we have to go to the next index. So for that I have to increment the value of I have to increment the value of I. Now you might be thinking, why I'm incrementing the value of I, why I'm not incrementing the value of index? Because see the index, the value of index is assigned to I. That's why I'm not incrementing the index, I am incrementing the I, because I is storing the value of index, right? That's why what I'm doing is that I am incrementing the value of I, not the value of index. Next, what are my parameters? So if I'm picking, okay, if I'm picking, then obviously the sum, I have to check the sum, right? If I'm picking, then I have to check the sum, how much is left. So that will be sum, then the sum will be changed, updated sum minus array of I. That's what our logic is exactly. Comma. Now what I have to do, I have to take all the three containers. The first container is array, the second container is data structure, and the third container is answer. So these are the three containers which I have to take in this function. So this is our picking logic. And next comes what? Our not picking logic. So this is the heart of backtracking. Every backtracking problem has either picking or not picking is composed of. Okay, so let's check the not picking logic as well. So for not picking logic, okay, see, you might be thinking that if I don't pick any element, then also I have to increment the index. But no, it's not like that in case of this, because see, when I'm picking also, I am incrementing to the next index, right? I am incrementing to the next index. But in case of this, the not picking logic is just, what I need to do for not picking, I need to just pop the element from this data structure. From this container, I need to just pop the element. That's it, nothing else. So for this, I just need to do ds dot pop back this only. Now I need to end the for loop which I had started, I think over here I have started. I think I need to end this for loop like this. Okay, so it is ended. Now what I need to do is yes, okay. So I just ended the for loop. Now I need to write another function which will call this function when it is required, right? So see one thing, so I will write another function. I will change the name of that function. Wait a second. Like this, I will call another function, and this function, what this function will be returning, can you tell me? This function will be returning a container of containers, that means a vector of vectors. Okay, so a vector of vectors it will be returning, so that means it will returning a container of containers. So it will look something like this, vector int. This will be the return type of the function. Then I need to write the function name. So I think I will write it just combination, and inside that I need to add some parameters. So what are the parameters I will be adding? So firstly I will be adding the container which is holding all the elements, which is this one. Okay, so I need to add this container. So I'm gonna be adding this one. So vector int array. Okay, so this container is added. Now I also need to add the size of this container, right? So how much it can store. Okay, so that is also added. Okay, done. Now what I need to do is I need to add the other remaining two containers as well, because I will need them as well. So what are the remaining two containers? The first is data structure, this container, and the second is this vector of vectors, this is the second container. So I will be adding both of them. So but not inside the parameter argument, I will add them separately inside this function. So I will be doing vector int like this, and then ampersand ds. Now you might be thinking why I have written this ampersand, because the name of the container is the same, it is not changing. That's why I have written ampersand ds, which means the name of the container is data structure. Now I need to add another container of containers. So it is something like this, vector int like this, and the name of the container is nothing but answer. Okay, now what is my job? It was told in the problem to return the container of containers or the vector of vectors in a sorted manner. Okay, so I need to sort them. First of all, I need to sort this array, so sort this container. So for that, what I need to do is basically I need to sort it. Okay, I need to sort it. So how will I be sorting this? Tell me, how will I be sorting this? So it's just I need to use the sort function, and I need to get the beginning element and the end element of this array. So I need to just write sort, and by chance if the name of the array which is storing all the elements is candidates, then no problem at all. If the name of this container is candidates, which is storing all the numbers, then I just need to sort this candidates array. Okay, so instead of writing over here arr, I will change the name of the array container to candidates. Okay, listen carefully, and I will be mentioning the size of this as well. Okay, now okay, so I will be sorting the candidates array. For that I need to use the sort function, and I need two things, the beginning element of candidates and the end element of candidates. So I'm gonna be writing what? Candidates.begin and what? Candidates.end. So I need these two elements for sorting them. Okay, now what I'm gonna be doing is basically after sorting this, I will be calling the first function inside this function. So what is our first function which I need to call? Our first function is find combo, right? This is our first function, so I need to call this. So let me call this over here. So find combo, and inside here I need to pass some parameters. So what are the parameters that I'm going to be passing? So the first parameter is the index, so it is 0. Next, what is the second parameter? Can anyone tell me? The second parameter which is required is the sum, which is required. So that will be given by the program as well. That will be given in the input as well. So I'm just going to be writing this. I'm just holding a place inside the argument for sum. Next, I need these three data structures. The first data structure is what? It is array. And then what is the second data structure? It is ds. And the third data structure, which is a container of containers, which is answer. Okay, so I need these things. Now what I need? I just need to return what? See, the return type is a container of containers. That means I need to return this container, right? Because it is a container of containers. It is storing multiple containers inside it. So I'm gonna be returning answer, right? So this is what I am returning, and I'm just going to be ending the function over here. And if I write public or something like that over here, so if I write public something like that, so I need to obviously end the public thing as well. So this is our code. I hope you understood a bit about the code. If not 100%, you have understood a little bit about the code. So that's what which is required.